Hello, and here's a very quick roundup of what happened in the rental market and here at Reside in the month of April 2021. Now firstly, and by all means, most importantly, the kind folk at the Bath Property Awards and Media Clash dropped this beautiful Bath stone brick, forgive my cast, into our office. What a lovely thing to receive. I mentioned this in last month's roundup. This is our wonderful trophy crafted from local Bath stone for winning the letting agent category in the Bath Property Awards. So thank you so much for that. Now in the wider rental market this month, it's been an extraordinary month borne out by some incredible figures. In April 2021, Reside, we let more new properties than in April 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 2020. Whilst at any one time having no more than 4 properties on the market at once. So it really bears out this picture that has grown in recent months of there being a lot of tenants looking for properties at the minute and not many suitable properties available to them. So we had an incredible example a few weeks ago of a property going on the market one day. We received 50 inquiries overnight. We sent a video out to them all of one of our HD 4K property tours, and within a few hours we had about 10 offers on that property, and the landlord was able to pick the best one. So really high demand, short on supply. Really, if you are a landlord who's considering bringing their property to the rental market, it's a very good time to do so. Now there's a few things that's happened during April that is very important for landlords to be aware of. One of which, April the 1st, saw the introduction of the new electrical safety standards regulations. Now these began a few months ago now for brand new tenancies, but from the 1st of April they applied to all tenancies, no matter whether they're new, ongoing, however long they've been running for. So if you're a landlord and you have a tenant in your property, you should now have had electrical safety testing carried out, and that's something that you have to maintain every 5 years from now on. Please make sure you're aware of the requirements. Please make sure you know what the obligation is on you should your safety testing fall short, and if you have remedial works to carry out, there's a specific time frame and you have to report that to the local authority. So if you have any uncertainty about that, get in touch with us. Now it's worth me mentioning a couple of things that have actually come to my attention at the very start of May. These are things that I will post separate blogs about in the coming weeks, so please do keep an eye out for them. So yesterday, as I'm recording, was the 4th of May, and that saw the introduction of the Debt Respite Scheme, also known as breathing space. Now this is something that all landlords need to be aware of, and this affects tenants who are in debt, and it entitles them under certain circumstances to breathing space. That is a period of time during which they're entitled not to be pursued for their debt, for them to seek independent advice and consider their options. I'm going to post a blog probably next week about that, which I'll go into much more detail. The government has published a brand new Section 8 notice, which must be used if you are filing a claim for possession of your property under Section 8. Even if you file that claim over the last few days, it's likely that you're going to need to reserve that notice using the new government-prescribed Section 8 notice. Again, more details on that shortly. In a few days' time, on the 7th of May, the government's temporary regulations concerning right-to-rent checks will expire. So there'll be a burden on landlords and or letting agents to carry out right-to-rent checks in person once again. For the past few months, we've all been doing that virtually. We are going to have to check those documents in person again to comply with those legal requirements. Looking ahead to the rest of May now, well, we've got a big day coming up on the 11th of May with the Queen's speech. It's widely expected that Boris Johnson is going to announce a slew of new legislation, some of which may be relevant to our sector. We'll be particularly keeping an eye out for updates on the Renters Reform Bill, which I think could really come back to the fore. Plenty of landlords have been asking me for updates on Section 21. As we know, there's currently a requirement on landlords to serve 6 months' notice to end a tenancy, and those regulations currently run until the end of May. I don't yet know what's going to happen. Keep an eye out on the Queen's Speech. I'll bring you further updates. We should know shortly whether that's going to revert back to 2 months or if it's going to be extended or even made permanent. That's all for now. I know that's a lot of information. Please do keep an eye out on our social media feeds and our blog. I'll be posting more posts in the next few weeks about the breathing space regulation and the new Section 8 and the Queen's Speech. Please keep an eye out for them, and I will see you soon. Thank you.